Good afternoon. It's 12:55 p.m. on April the 6th of 2020, and I want to share with you some pictures that I took. Actually, it's images from several pictures that I took on April the 3rd, 2020, around 7:17 p.m. On my way back from recycling with my daughter in Henryville, Indiana, but this was more toward my house of Salem, Indiana. And what caught my eye was this ship right here in the sky. It was right below the sun, and it was very brightly shining. And I thought, wait a minute, that looks like a ship. So I worked the picture, and this is like I did it in the black and white right here, and it was a live photo. You can see that this clearly is not a cloud. You can see this also in the inverted mode. It's not a cloud. And there also was a large ship up here at the top. Okay, and I want to go show you the next photo. And after I show you these, I'm going to talk about the photos individually in this video. And I hope you don't get too bored. I hope you get a little bit excited about the ships in the sky, because it is exciting. It's very exciting to me. And for those interested, I think it should be pretty exciting to you also. So let me pause this video right here. Okay, here is that same ship. And this is what it looked like in the sky right here. I've worked the photo, and you can tell that's not a cloud. And again, here is the inverted mode. And here was the other ship above it. It was a long black ship, and you can see also like there's openings in the clouds because there's something inside these openings. We have it here in the normal mode, and then in the inverted mode, you can see that they both show up. Here's a little more close-up of the ship that is above the one ship that first caught my eye. You can see right here, this is black and white. Again, this was a live photo with my iPhone 8. That's all it was. But look, it's not a cloud. You can see it's very unique, straight lines. Here you can see it also, again, in the inverted mode. It looks rather sleek. We have another section of the photo where you can see these ships that were stacked upon one another. They are 3Ds. They do have parts of them that stick out. They're not flat. So this is like the normal mode and the inverted mode. I have one more picture that I want to look at, which shows really good detail of the ships that were clustered together, stacked, layered in the sky, in the western sky that day. Look at this. Boom, and you can see like some notches. You can see so much detail. And this is the inverted, of course. But yeah, I just wanted to share these with you all. For those who are wondering, Gina, how big are those ships that you share? And are there really actual ships in the sky? My answer to you, this is how big they are. And yes, there are actual ships up there in the sky. And it's not just one type, it's all different types of ships. So I'm going to pause with this, and then the video will continue. And I will put some pictures at the end. So thank you all very much. I took a picture on Friday, April the 3rd at 7:17 p.m. in Salem, Indiana. And me and my daughter were coming back from the recycling, and this caught my eye right here, because I thought, now this is not a normal cloud. You can see that there was a lot of activity occurring in the sky at the same time. I'm just going to zoom up a little so you can see. Of course, we've got a chemtrail plane coming down like that. I don't know what this is. This is a different shape. Looks triangular right there. But this is what caught my attention right here, because I knew that was a ship, and I knew this was a ship, and I knew that this was a cluster of ships. So I decided I was going to work the photo just a little bit. And again, this was, you can tell it's in the western sky of Salem, Indiana. So I'm going to pause this. Okay, I want to show you this picture. Now you see this is the cluster of ships, and some people may say, Gina, how big are those ships that you share with your clip-on lens and your iPhone 8? Well, this is how big they are. Look at this. See them clustered? Now you know that this is not a normal cloud. Well, some may not, but we're going to show you how to identify them, because I think I've shown you what they would look like in the sky, but this was the one right here that caught my eye. And it's a white one, and then, you know, we have this black slither right here. But let's zoom up on it so we can look at that. I'm going to show you even closer up ones and some inverted images also, but let's just move this over the screen. You can see that they are varying sizes that are here for, I guess, different purposes, but they do have the ability to stack themselves up on one another. So I'm going to pause this right now, just shrink it down a little bit right there. Trying to move this over, and this was again in the evening sky on April the 3rd in Salem, Indiana, around 7:17 p.m. Let me pause this. Now here is the one ship up a little bit close. And again, these are kind of easy to spot. They will literally, they'll shine really bright. There are no ordinary clouds. So if you see a line in the sky and it looks super bright, it's a ship, a white ship. And this is the top of it. And there is something clustered underneath, but I can't really tell right now. So let me pause this. Okay, now I've worked this photo a little bit. You can see that it does have detail to it. It does. You can even make out some ships that are down here. They are really good at cloaking themselves. But if you can learn how to identify them and take a picture, you can work the pictures to bring out the details in these ships. Let me pause this and show you some more pictures. Again, here's another somewhat close-up of the ship. You can see that this isn't a cloud because there's some type of detail to this, and this is too straight to be a cloud, way too straight. And again, I'm going to tell you, they are layered. And sometimes when I see these, they remind me of the zigzaggedy ones also, but they are the ones also that do have the notches in them. So let me pause this. Looks like a circular, like UFO right here. And down here some more. Now this is a better close-up of that one area right here. Just look at that. And to think that these ships are up there in the sky and they have cloud cloaking technology that help hide them in the sky so that we can't really see. Now, if they didn't want to be seen, I'm going to tell you right now, I would not been able to even get this picture right here, because I think that they can pick up on the frequency within my being, and if they want you to get a good picture of them, they will slightly uncloak. They will. That's how I feel about it. But yeah, I was able to get this on my way home on Friday evening with my daughter from the recycling, so this is one end of it. They're not going to open up all their ship for you to see all the intricate details because you know what? I think it's like part of self-disclosure, you know, a little bit at a time, or because too much at once would literally, it would cause men's hearts to faint, I think. It would literally terrify some people if they look up in the sky and there they see this great big huge long ship and they think, okay, that's Project Bluebeam. No, this is not Project Bluebeam. These ships are in the sky. They are in the sky, and there's no telling how long they've been in the skies, but since I've been taking pictures since 2018, if you didn't know, it was June of 2018, and that I started taking pictures of these ships. As the months gradually came, I was able to get more and more and more, and here I am now. So let me pause this. Okay, and this is just a little bit further down that photo. You can see. And no, it's not pixels, okay? It's not. It's ships up in the sky. Great big giant ships. So let me pause this. And this was a live photo, by the way, so it had lots of frames in it that I could look in. But let's look at this, okay? Look at this. Look at this ship. Now, I have seen the zigzaggedy ones on the Soho that look like this one right here. Look at this. Very unique. It's a telltale sign of a ship that is like stacked and then boom. And then up here also, and I don't know who these ships belong to. I'm going to tell you, I really don't. But in behind these ships right here, there's like an opening right here. I don't know if you can see it. And inside this opening, it looks like a great big giant head. You may think, oh my gosh, this woman is talking about big giant heads in the sky. Yes, I am. Big giant head with eyes. Because, you know, there's like tales growing up of giants. You know, there were once giants that roamed the earth. There really were. But let's look at this. We're going to focus on this right here. And, you know, we got another opening right here that these big beings, sky beings, I call them sky beings, they peer out of right there. And then there's like another one right here. But we're supposed to be focusing on this. Now, you cannot look at this and say that this is not a ship. It's a cloud. Well, how come it's got this shape if it's a cloud? I've never seen any clouds this shape right here before. And we're going to look at these in more detail. But I just want to get on with the rest of this picture. Okay, so I'm going to drag this over here a tad bit to this side of the screen so we can see these ships that are clustered. Look at that. Laying perfectly one on top of the other. And that's what's happening. This is how I've been doing this for a while, so I know what to look for. And if these were not real, if what I was showing had no merit to it, I still would not be on this YouTube channel, Facebook, or anything. I would have been, boom, I would not have the following that I have. And it literally, it turned my world upside down when I started taking pictures because I just like to do things around my house and live a quiet life until June of 2018. Then boom, flipped my world upside down, and now this is what I'm doing. And it's real. These are real. And they are big, giant, clustering ships in the sky. And these aren't the only type, but let's look at this. Look at the detail in them. And I'm sure that the weather forecasters probably have a name for these ships. They probably call them some type of cloud, but how can you get past the detail? Look, it's like windows right here or something. Yeah, how can you get past this? I'm going to tell you right now, in case you have not realized, we're not alone at all. We are not alone at all. And sometimes I think that these are literally, they come in and out of the other dimension, is what I feel, anytime they choose to make themselves known. So let's look at that. We're going to look at this one at the top and the bottom. Look at that detail in that. It's remarkable. It really is. And it really is. It's humbling to be able to capture these ships and share these pictures with others, because I do want to help raise awareness that we are not alone. And I would encourage you, if you've been sitting on the fence thinking, are there ships or are there not ships? Well, you need to get off that fence. There are ships up there in the sky. So let me pause this video. Okay, so here's some more detail. And no, I'm not going to be able to get a super clear picture. Not yet. I have hopes that one day I might be able to get a really clear picture of these ships that are up in the sky. So let's look at that right there. Let me flip to the next thing. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. And then we have this one up here. And then, of course, we have something, giant being. Look, is it like the head right here? Let's look at this. A head. Looks like a teeny tiny heart. Is that not beautiful? It's so cute. And I think there's a being's head right behind that one. See it right there? Boom, with the eyes. Yeah, so let me pause this. Okay, I wanted to focus some more on this one right here. Look at this. It's a long ship, and it looks like it has a smaller, teeny tiny, probably little bitty UFOs that come off of it. But what I can't get over is, are these ships right here separate from these beings inside this cloud? Are they peering out from the other dimension? Because look at all these openings that they're looking out of. And I am serious when I say beings, big giant beings. I am so serious. I really am, because I've seen them in the sky. Look up here. Right here you can see the outline of something. I don't know if it's a being's head with eyes or something. And you know, they could be giant robotic beings up there also. Anything is possible, okay? It's possible. But just look at the detail of this. It looks like this ship kind of goes like this and then like that. And I hope this is interesting to you all. I really do, because it's very interesting to me. I really like it, and I like to be able to have the time to sit down and go over these pictures. I really do, because it's so fascinating to me. It's a whole new world. It really is a whole new world with beings who have probably existed much longer than we have. And again, this is part of the original picture. This is what caught my eye, this single ship right here, because it glowed with the sun. So if it glows with the sun, it's bound to have some type of a metal to it, or translucent like looking ship. And right here was a chemtrail thing coming down. Let me go over this way. Excuse me. And there's some here's some color added to it. Look at that. Yeah, I know a lot of you all have seen these. Here's a little bit more of that ship that was on top. It does look like they're smaller. Look, I don't know if this is like, watch this outline. The outline of a head with slanted eyes, and or the scouting ships, because there are small ships like this in the sky. They flying around. Yeah. So let me pause this. So again, we've got this really cool looking white ship right next to the evening sun, and this other black ship up there. And again, here's some more of the ships that are clustered. You can see the outline, that you can see definition. You really can 3D definition of how they would protrude outward in a 3D shape. These are also some other type of ships up in the sky. You know, they're black, and they're long, and I don't know about them. I really don't know about them, but I know it's not normal looking clouds. It isn't. And then up here also, again, we have the white ship, and then you have the black ship. So here we have the one ship, really long. You can see how long it is. It's super duper long, and it's super duper cool. Look at that. Look at this, boom. You know, maybe it's not a head. Maybe it's little black UFOs flying around in the sky. But yeah, let's look at that. Boom. Let me pause this video right here. And here we have the two of them together. This was the white ship by the sun. And then here is the big long black ship. Look at this. It's not a cloud. And this is the inverted view of the long black ship next to the sun. Look at this. Features. Boom. You may say, well, it doesn't look like anything to me. Well, have you been following along in the video I've been trying to explain? I really have. And this is the inverted view of the one white 3D ship. You can tell that it is a 3D ship. It's not just flat. It's not a mirage or nothing. They do have cloud token technology to them. Okay, and this is the inverted view of the cluster of ships. Look at the detail. You can clearly see that they are not clouds. Clouds don't look like this, and look at the notches in them. Let's go to the next photo. The inverted view, look at that. Look at this. Boom. Is that not amazing? It really is. It's absolutely amazing to me that these ships are up there. They got this cloud cloaking technology, and we don't hear about it. We hear about it through the grapevine and stuff, but it's like taboo, hush, hush. Well, we've got to get this out, that there are ships in the sky. There's no way around it. So that's why I'm here. I want to help get out the message that we have ships in the sky, that we're not alone. Some are good and some are not so good. The important thing is that we realize this, okay, that we're not alone. Let me pause this.